Yo, what's up, Victorious? It's your man's Legend, the best what if YouTuber on the platform. And yes, I am taking that title because there is nobody here that is going to stop me from taking that title, nor is there anybody that is going to dethrone me from taking that title, God willing. Yeah. Nah, but in all seriousness, I'm back with another video. What if Naruto was the strongest soul reaper part 13? If you guys are vibing with the content and you want more, I'm gonna need you to aggressively slam that like button. Hit it with the energy, hit it with something, but do it aggressively. I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe button as well, but that's only if you want to become part of the Legend family. If not, don't hit it, but you might miss out on all the other fire content that I upload. It'll be your loss. The like goal for the video, we gonna go for 8 likes as usual, but if we could get more, that would be phenomenal. It would mean that we leveling up. So 8 likes plus, let's hit that. But I'm gonna stop talking. We already know why y'all clicked on the video, so let's get into this intro so we get into the reason why you clicked on the video in the first place. Dust and shattered stone erupted in violent bursts as Ichigo sprinted across the vast underground training field beneath Urahara's shop. The ground trembled under every step, the echoes of destruction following dangerously close behind him. His lungs burned, each breath sharp and ragged, as he darted behind a boulder the size of a small truck, only for it to explode a heartbeat later under the slicing force of Urahara's Zanpakuto. Running won't get you very far, Ichigo, Urahara called out, his voice maddeningly calm despite the chaos he was unleashing. Ichigo ducked behind a jagged slab of rock that remained from one of the earlier impacts, sweat dripping from his brow as he pressed against its rough surface. His heart hammered against his ribs like a frantic fist trying to escape. Fear clawed at him, not of Urahara, but of the crushing weight of failure pressing down on him from every direction. "You're running again," a deep voice, distorted voice, rumbled through his mind. Ichigo stiffened. His eyes widened, darting around the ruined expanse, even though he knew the voice didn't come from anywhere around him. It came from within, a place he still didn't understand. The place his Zanpakuto spirit slumbered. "No, I'm just..." Ichigo breathed harshly, stumbling as another blast tore through the ground a few feet behind him, spraying shards of stone like shrapnel. "You're running because you believe you cannot win," the voice continued, steadier now, cutting through his panic. "You still fear your own power. You still doubt yourself." Ichigo grit his teeth. "I'm not afraid." Before he could finish, Urahara blurred into view, his blade descending. Ichigo barely brought up his Zanpakuto in time. Sparks exploded as metal struck metal, then snapped. The world went silent. Ichigo stared, dumbfounded, as the front of his blade split in two and fell apart at his feet, severed cleanly until nothing but the hilt and a jagged shard remained in his hands. His breath froze. A cold rush of despair surged through him. His sword, the source of his strength, reduced to nothing in a single strike. Urahara stepped back, tapping the broken edge with his Zanpakuto. "Your posture dropped. That hesitation is going to get you killed." Ichigo backed away, clutching what was left of his weapon. His pulse thundered in his ears, drowning out everything else. He turned and ran again, stumbling behind another stone outcrop that was quickly reduced to dust. "I can't keep this up," he whispered to himself. I don't even have a sword anymore." "You still have me," the voice answered, calm and unshaken in the storm of Ichigo's panic. "As long as you stand, I stand." Ichigo stopped mid-stride, shoulders shaking. "What good are you without a blade?" "You still don't understand," the voice whispered, its tone sharpening, growing louder, growing alive. "A Zanpakuto is not the steel in your hand. It is the soul behind it." Ichigo felt something electric, burning, ancient, surge in his chest. His fingers twitched around the hilt. His breathing slowed, stilled. "Stop running. Turn. Face him." That command was simple, and for the first time since the spar began, Ichigo obeyed. He slid one foot back, grounding himself. He inhaled deeply, feeling the energy coil inside him like a rising tide, breaking free of its restraints. The underground chamber darkened for a moment, shadows bending toward him as if drawn to the sudden pressure radiating from his body. Urahara noticed immediately. He straightened, lowered his Zanpakuto slightly as the air around Ichigo crackled. "Oh?" he murmured. "You finally done running, Ichigo?" Ichigo raised his head slowly. Sighing light rippled across his irises, glowing with raw spiritual power. He tightened his grip on his broken blade. "Yeah," Ichigo answered, voice steady and low. "I'm done." He shifted into a stance, one he didn't consciously recognize, but his body moved into naturally, instinctively, as though guided by invisible hands. His fingers flexed, his Ryatsu burst outward in a tidal wave. "Fair warning ahead of time," Ichigo said, his voice resonating with newfound confidence. "But you might want to move out of the way. After all, I don't think I can hold back." He swung. The world split apart. A wave of psi energy erupted from the broken blade, tearing through stone and air alike. The shockwave roared past Urahara, shearing a deep trench through the terrain behind him. Dust and debris exploded into the air, wind screaming as the force of the strike echoed across the cavern. Urahara did move, but not fast enough to hide the shock flickering in his eyes. "Well now," he said under his breath, adjusting his hat. "That's more like it." Meanwhile, in the Soul Society, a thin draft swept through Rukia's prison cell on Sokyoku Hill, brushing gently against her skin. She sat on the cold stone bench, knees tucked close, head bowed in exhausted resignation. The door slid open with a soft, metallic groan. Rukia looked up and froze when she saw Naruto walk in. The blonde third seat moved with a quiet, unreadable purpose, stopping directly in front of her cell. His expression was calm, yet serious, and when he sat down across from her, the silence between them grew unbearably heavy. Naruto spoke first. "You know Central 46 is dead, right?" Rukia's breath hitched. Her eyes widened. Her heart seemed to stop. Central 46? Dead? Then why? Why was she still being judged? Why was she still condemned? Before she could ask, Naruto lifted a hand gently, signaling her to hold her thoughts. "Rukia," he said, voice soft but weighted. "Going by the look and smell of things, Central 46 has been dead for over a month. She felt the blood drain from her face. A month? Her chains rattled as her hands trembled. Naruto rose smoothly and drew his Zanpakuto, not fully, but just enough for the short blade to glint in the dim torchlight. Ru, he said, a nickname that made her cheeks flush despite the situation. Do me a favor, just touch my Zanpakuto. Anywhere. Confused, flustered, and slightly anxious, Rukia hesitated, but she reached out and touched the hilt. The effect was instantaneous. A pulse of energy snapped through her. Her vision blurred. A weight she hadn't noticed lifted from her soul, like shattered glass dissolving into dust. She gasped and stumbled backward, gripping her head as the illusion broke apart. What was that? Naruto sheathed his blade. That was an illusion Aizen placed on you, he said simply. He tried to use it on me too, but he gestured to his Zanpakuto. He can't hold me for long. Rukia stared at him, heart pounding, mind spinning as truths began unraveling around her. Naruto continued, I've been talking to your brother. He knows something is wrong, and he's playing along until I gather more information. I broke the illusion on him as well. She swallowed hard. And Central 46? I haven't told Byakuya that yet, but Captain Soifan knows. Naruto turned to leave, pausing at the doorway. One more thing, Ru. He glanced back briefly, his expression softening. Don't tell anyone about this. Not yet. Then he vanished, leaving Rukia alone and more uncertain than ever. After leaving Shokyoku Hill, Naruto moved with deliberate slowness, every step punctuated by turmoil brewing deep within his mind. His sandals brushed softly against the stone pathways of the Serute, yet his heartbeat thudded loud in his ears. A storm, sharp, disorganized, relentless, spun inside his thoughts, twisting his usually sharp instincts into a haze of unease. Central 46's silent chambers, the eerie stillness, the knowledge that someone had butchered an entire council with nobody noticing, and that absence of noise, that never-ending silence ate at him like acid. What if someone was watching him right now? His eyes shifted subtly, scanning rooftops, courtyards, shadows, nothing. But the absence of proof comforted him as little as the idea of Aizen existing did. His fingers twitched. He could practically feel the outline of his Zanpakuto against his thigh. What if he was already dancing to the enemy's tune? What if Aizen had eyes in every hallway? What if more captains knew than they let on? He was so wrapped in his spiraling paranoia that he didn't even notice the presence beside him until a calm voice drifted into his ear. Are you troubled, Naruto? Naruto jolted violently, hand darting toward his sword before he caught himself. His head snapped sideways. Captain Kanen Tōsen walked beside him at a leisurely pace, the blind captain's unreadable expression making Naruto's skin crawl. How long have you been there? Naruto demanded, staring hard. Tōsen didn't so much as shift a brow. I have been walking with you since you came off the path from Shokyoku Hill. Naruto stiffened. His instincts hadn't sensed him. Not a footstep, not a flare of Ryatsu, not a breeze, nothing. That's so, Naruto said carefully, his voice lowered. Then, what are you doing in this area? Tōsen, as smooth as flowing water, cleanly bypassed the question. I asked if you were troubled. Your footsteps say you are. Naruto's eyes narrowed. He didn't trust the blind captain on a good day. And today, he could practically taste something wrong in the air around him. He forced himself to relax, shoulders loosening, only superficially, and crafted a lie so quickly it almost surprised him. Just worried about Rukia, he said dismissively. Don't want her dying over something so dumb. Before Tōsen could respond, Naruto continued, tone suddenly cheerful, fake, but layered enough for plausible denial. Look, Captain, it was nice talking, but I'm gonna go spend time with Unohana. He stepped away before the blind captain could utter another word. His exit wasn't just avoidance, it was instinct, the part of him screaming that Tōsen being anywhere near him without warning was dangerous. But he didn't head toward the 4th division. He had someone else to question first, someone who deserved to know Central 46 was dead. Someone he trusted 10 times more than Tōsen, Byakuya Kuchiki. If anyone could help him understand just how deep things went, it was that cold-eyed, noble captain. 3 days later, a roar of spiritual pressure split the sky above the outlying districts of Soul Society as Ichigo Kurosaki fell from the heavens like a sack of bricks. He hit face first, hard. Beside him, Uryu Ishida dropped with far more grace, landing on his feet only to lose his balance and topple afterward. Orihime screeched as she plummeted last, crashing directly onto Ichigo's back, knocking the wind out of the orange-haired teen in a pathetic wheeze. Finally, a black blur fell atop her. Yoruichi, still in her cat form, landing perfectly, tail flicking in mild annoyance. Ichigo groaned into the dirt. Ow! Everyone gathered. They gathered themselves except for Yoruichi, who seemed perfectly content sitting atop of her accidental pile. The entrance is up ahead, she said calmly, tail curling. But you'll need to fight the gate guard, Jidanbo. Ichigo pumped his fist. Good, I'll knock him out and... Yoruichi cut him off. Narrow-eyed look. If you say 1 minute, I will personally scratch your face. Ichigo shut up. Meanwhile, with Naruto sat in the peaceful garden of Squad 4, Unohana perched on his lap, like calm white snow resting on the solid earth. Her presence soothed him. Her hands, soft yet capable of ending lives, rested delicately against his chest. Cherry blossoms drifted lazily around them. Then, 4 bursts of spiritual pressure slammed into Soul Society. Naruto's head shot up instantly. He could feel them. Not vaguely, clearly, precisely, sharply. 4 signatures that did not belong here. 4 energies that forced their way through the Dangai. 2 Shinigami, he muttered. A human, and the last one, his brow furrowed. A weirdo. He feels like a Shinigami, kinda, but colder, more darker. Unohana hummed and settled a bit deeper into his lap. That weirdo you're sensing is a Quincy, Naruto blinked. A what? A Quincy, she repeated, voice silk smooth, yet edged with ancient history. Similar to Shinigami, except far more ruthless. They destroy souls instead of cleansing them, disrupting the natural balance. Naruto's arm slid around her waist. So if I run into this Quincy, I should kill him. She kissed him gently, lips brushing against his with affectionate warning. Not necessarily, she murmured. This one is with two Shinigami. Observe him. Decide for yourself. But any other Quincy? Her eyes darkened. The soft cruelty unique to her surfacing. I would tell you twice to kill them. Naruto nodded, understanding the gravity behind her measured tone. Then, a thunderous crash rippled through the Tsirute, shaking the ground beneath them. Dust plumed upward from the direction of the main gate. Unohana rose gracefully. Naruto was already standing. I'm gonna go make a first impression, he said with a smirk. And then he vanished in a flash step. Unohana watched him go, expression softening. Try not to kill anyone we still need, she whispered to the empty space he'd left behind. At the gate, Jidambo groaned, holding the massive gate above his head. Okay, you win. I surrender. Ichigo beamed proudly. Then he froze, because behind Jidambo stood a blond man with crossed arms, exasperation rolling off of him in waves. Yo, Jidambo, Naruto called upward. You know your whole job is guarding the gate, right? Jidambo looked down sheepishly. I know, Naruto, but I lost, so I have to let them in. Naruto sighed, rubbing the bridge of his nose. Yoruichi, still in her cat form, stared, pupils dilating. Naruto, the same boy she'd brought to Soul Society years ago, except now, he radiated power like a grounded sun. Naruto stepped forward, gaze landing on Ichigo. You must be Rukia's friend. Ichigo. His head tilted. Huh. You almost look like me when I was 16. But that's besides the point. His eyes shifted to Ishida, and his expression dropped immediately. You're the Quincy. There's something about you I don't like. Ishida stiffened. Ichigo gritted his teeth, raising his massive sword. You're going to let us through. Naruto raised a brow. Am I now? Because last I checked, you're the reason that Ryu is supposed to be executed. He leaned forward, tone sharp. And get that giant butcher knife out my face. Ichigo didn't move. Naruto simply smiled, slow, dangerous. Before Ichigo could blink, Naruto drew his short-bladed Zanpakuto. A single swing disarmed Ichigo completely, the force sending the massive cleaver flying upward. Naruto's shoulder checked Ichigo, knocking his feet from underneath him, putting him flat onto his back. Ichigo wheezed. Naruto caught the falling Zanpakuto without looking and stabbed it into the ground beside Ichigo's head. Next time, listen, he said calmly. And you won't get embarrassed in front of your woman? With that, Naruto turned away. And Jidambo, open the gate and I'll kill you. Jidambo's arms immediately locked into place. Ichigo could only stare, humiliated, furious, and too stunned to speak. But guys, I'm going to end it off right there. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. Remember, the like goal for this video was going to be 8 likes, but like I said, if we could get more, that would be phenomenal. It means we upgrading. But without further ado, I am out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed, y'all.